So we're back for another episode of Life Be Like.
Yeah.
I got my guy Stretch, DCM.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Coming down,
Thank you for having me, fam.
So yeah, I just wanted to just touch on obviously like you being a grime artist and a musician from Birmingham. And yeah, I just basically want to just, see up to now where you're at and how things come about. So yeah, first of all, if you want to just give us a little insight to who you are.
Nah, thank you for having me, bro. It's been overdue a link up, but yeah, Stretch DCM, 0121, all that stuff, grime artist. Yeah, man, just active in it, trying to just push the scene, do bits. Like there's a lot of there's a bit of like almost a ceiling where the older gen kind of get all of the, used to get all the attention. So there's a lot of us pushing. There's a lot of us like being active and doing stuff. So we're just trying to kick down those doors and
break them barriers
man. And yeah.
It's hard, isn't it? Because like me and Jake always say, like, I feel like in the scene, there's always the pioneers that get all the love. And there's always the underground people which don't get that love. But I feel like with you coming up as someone from the underground, like, bro, you've really been making a name for yourself.
No, thank you, man. I've been trying different stuff, and it been active from, I think this one we said we met as well, from like 2019, going to Japan and working overseas with the artists there, and like bringing it back, doing EPs, just trying to stay active. I think that's been the main thing, and actually releasing music and putting it out there. Because nowadays, unless it's documented, it didn't happen.
Yeah, no one's seen it. Yeah.
So that's the main thing, just actually releasing and putting things out there. You get me? And
it took some time. How did you? So how did the collaboration with the Japanese artists come about?
So it's a bit of a mad story, to be fair. We could get into it.
Let's go.
So I was working probably late end of 2018. I just kind of had my first release, which was doing well. I was gathering a bit of hype and attention. This guy called Mayday popped up in my inbox and said, yo, let's do a collab. Back then I was thinking, you know what? It's not going to hurt me to spin someone on their tune. I'll do it. That's what it was. So I thought, yeah, cool. He sent me a beat, for just an everyday grime beat called Japan. So I writ 3 verses. He writ his 3 verses. Went studio. And when I landed at studio, my phone had a crack in it, So when I went to get the bars up, all the bars deleted.
Jarring,
so luckily, obviously I knew the bars in it up until like half of the 3rd verse. So I said to him, yo, give me 15 minutes. It's the first time I met him as well. I got to his studio.
Yeah, overseas. Was this overseas?
Nah, this was still in England. Okay. So this is before we kind of made anything, but the tune was called Japan. It was just going to be a collab. I'm writing the bars in studio. Mayday's chatting, the engineer's just flicking through beats and that, doing things. So I'm thinking, shit, like I need to get my bars back in it. I'm like, what am I doing? Yeah. So I'm doing it. Engineer said, yo, what do you man think of this beat? Pulled up a beat called Dojo. And the beat was obviously the beat for Dojo. Yeah. So I've said, huh? What? And we're using everyday grime? I said, nah, we'll use that then.
Yeah.
Let's get it on. And then obviously we did the tune, mastered it. Like Mayday then messaged me a few days after and was like, yo, I'm going to go Japan. I'm going to meet up with the grime artists over there.
That's
140 BPM crew. Boom. I'm going to have an EP for it. What are you saying? Fly with me. We'll make our own EP. We'll link with them lot. Let's get some works in. I said, I'd be stupid to say no, innit?
That's cool.
So we did that basically. And like, obviously over time, we developed a friendship from that. And just been murking since, man. But that was kind of like a big thing that kind of happened and gave me a lot of inspiration to kind of keep going and push forward, because I could be anywhere and people say, yo, you went Japan, innit? This is so
but people see that when they see the levels. When you go out and you do bigger things, people see the levels, and it's like even the people that you didn't think weren't watching, they're watching,
literally,
and they see that. So it's like for you, it's like I feel like it just affirms that like, yo, man are actually watching my thing, because bro, there's a lot of haters, a lot of people might not comment on the meaty stuff. You go out there. And bro, you shut it down. People want to know.
They were tuned in as well, and they'd done their research and seen us and seen what we was doing, and kind of they asked us questions, and they knew like it wasn't just a thing of we're gonna link these guys because they've come to Japan and we do grime and they do grime. They really kind of looked after us.
It's a relationship you built.
Yeah, man, and it was a sick time, man. It was like I call it a working holiday, because obviously we went exploring, went sightseeing and that, but like that's
so sick.
It was proper authentic, and the way that these like looked after us, sick, man. So
it's always in their culture, innit, to look after.
proper. Big up Qatar, big up Packing, Sanat Flaga or F Laga.
Yeah.
And I'm forgetting names, but yeah, man.
All of them and them.
The 140 BPM crew in Japan, man. Big up them, man. Yeah,
is that their
big
name?
Up them. Yeah, 140 BPM crew.
Yo, shout out 140 BPM. So like, what's the scene like in Japan then? Is there much of a scene?
It's niche, but there's a scene there. I think, you know what?
That's mad. I didn't think that.
Shado's just done a tour over there.
Yeah.
There's been, who else has been over there? DJ Dandy, he's just took two artists, Craze and Outlaw, over there, and they've linked up, and there's bare works over there,
and
bro.
Where are these people from? Are these like from Brum as well?
They're from London, to be fair. They're from London, but there's works over there, man, and it's a mad experience. I'd recommend Japan to anyone.
It's fire, innit? My mate went there, and he said it was like they're so ahead as well, so futuristic.
Yeah. Everything. They got like little. I suppose you can't really call it an arcade, but it's called Pachinko.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like pinball, but like you go in there, you can smoke and that inside, and then you come out and they've got like an air shower to clean off your clothes.
Yeah, they don't mess
just,
about.
You know, like little things like that just make
that
it
feng
like
shui. It's got
bro,
nice.
It's crazy. It was a mad experience. I'd recommend it to anyone to go over there.
That's cool. So you're still in contact with them?
Yeah. I still keep contact.
That's lit, man. That's lit.
Qatar actually got me on, me and Mayday on his EP, I think last year or the year before still. So yeah, there's just pure collaborations and that. Yeah.
I feel like obviously being from Brum as well, like it's a very grime-based city. I bet you went over there, but they were just shocked at the man's talent. They probably in the studio they actually see the levels.
And they saw, and obviously there's a cypher that we did online and that, and we went there with a plan to make a couple of tunes, and we did that, but then we kind of stuck it on them and was like, yo, let's do a cypher.
Let's do more.
And it was like, yeah, cool. Jumped up, moved the table. Like it was proper. Like it was, everything just fell into place, man. It was sick.
I feel like you feel like when you go over there, they're looking at you because obviously the UK is the home of it, so they're probably thinking, yo, you're a pioneer, but. Well, you are. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
You are. So we know you went to Japan. So like, obviously, we'll go back a little bit before that. So how did Stretch become a rapper, a grime clasher?
I see. I've always done kind of like music or something, and even in like school times, then like you get me cross matches and doing certain things. I've always had that level in me. Even I remember MSN days in my early days, being like 13, 14, like. Man will be writing, just cussing at people,
beefing.
Just cussing at people. But it was rhyming, and then it was certain things like that. So there's always been that level there, and then always had bars. Always used to like go to, I say like sets, but they weren't proper sets or like ciphers. More people just in parks and just chilling and bridging, spit, and everything goes on. And then 2017. I kind of just linked up with my one brethren. He's like, bro, you're too good not to do this properly. Like, let's look into it. Let's see what we can do. Let's release tunes. Because I'll be honest, I didn't know. I didn't have a clue, bruv. Outside of PRS paying £100, I didn't even know what PRS stood for. You get me? Like, I'm in real. Like, and then, literally we looked into everything. We got registered. We found out how to release songs, how to do distribution, how to do playlisting, all these things. And yeah, man, that was my first release. Welcome to Brum, 2017, 6-track EP. That built up sick buzz. And then from then I said, yeah, you know what? I can do this.
I can do that.
And with me as well, like I've had, from having so many bars on like in my phone or like written down and just doing nothing with it, I've always said like, you know what, from when I learned how to actually put things out there, for me, that's like my diary input. You get it? Like now that will last forever now. Yeah,
it's on the net. I know what you mean. Well, we always say this. It's like one of the reasons why I like to make music. One for me, but when you can look back on your life and be like, that's my body of work. That represents me.
Yeah, and that moment of time, like that when I released that, I felt like this, or that represented that. And obviously people won't feel the same way when they listen to it, or they might do. But I know when I released that, that's how I was feeling. So like my latest release, Tommy Gun, for instance, like I went to Scotland on a little breakaway, and I kind of writ all those bars.
You got deep with it.
And there's certain lines in that tune where like there's no cap in it. It's literally, I'm saying like, I went to the mountains in Inverness. I did. You get me? It's those moments that for me, I'll hear it back and think, yeah, man, I actually did do that, and that reminds me of that time, and I was in this headspace, and look how much I've grown.
It's like a time capsule, and it's like nostalgic, but that's good though, bro, because you live what you rap.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the rap game, you know this. They don't live what they rap. It's cap rap.
Yeah. I think you get me. I have a life outside of music and stuff, so I wouldn't want to affect anything like that as well. Like for me, authenticity is like important, and I get it, like it's within the genre and the scene that we do, like you want to exaggerate things a bit. Yeah, you want to exaggerate things, but for me, like that's one of my main moral standpoints in music is not to cap too much, not to take it to that level, because I'm not about certain things. So you won't really hear me chat about certain things.
That's good though, but I feel like a lot of people, they'll just chat about certain things to fill it, or because that's what they think the consumer wants to hear.
Yeah.
Like for me, like a true artist is someone that actually writes what they think.
And and that's the thing, you never know who you're gonna inspire as well by that. Like we can all cap, like I could make 7 albums about shotting and beating
Just
people
gas,
up and doing things. That's not, there's no reality to it for me, so I would never do that. But I understand why people do, and it's part of the thing, I guess.
Well, music is a front, you know. People say fake it till you make it, but a lot of for me, and I imagine for you as well, you don't want to do something which isn't true to your soul, because you're gonna look back on it and you think, bro, that ain't even me. That's just fake me.
Yeah, literally.
So obviously, like, so I see you. I mean, I don't want to say you're a grime clasher. Would you describe yourself that, or would you say like it's the route that you've been?
Yeah, I just took a few routes of clashing. Like I've had a few clashes. Obviously, I've just done Prize Fighter and that, and Brum versus Manny.
We're gonna get into that.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm a grime clasher, but I've always said if you want smoke, I got smoke for you.
Yeah, because it's not for everyone, is it? It's not for everyone.
It's not, and you know it takes up a lot of your time and your mentality. As I said, like again,
it's
I'm
hard,
not,
bro.
Yeah, I'm not someone that's interacting and having negative and evil interactions all the time.
Yeah, so you're not building. Okay.
You get me? For me to tap into that, I really have to dislike you in a certain sense.
Have you ever had any deep? Have you ever done your research on man before?
Yeah. So with Prize Fighter, like that's why I went into Prize Fighter as well. I said, you know what? If I go on Prize Fighter, I can more time smoke everyone on there.
Yeah.
And my only regret is that I didn't have like stronger opponents, respectfully. Yeah. And not respectfully.
Yeah. You feel like you needed someone that you could actually put the smoke on you.
But big up ZK, because he was my second round in the clash, and I always said he was the final, because that was a
so he wasn't battle. Actually the final, but he was.
Nah, but it just because of the way that the kind of tournament thing went through, that was the final for me, because that was a proper battle. Like even watching it back, it's the first time.
Had man sweating.
Yeah, and I thought, rah, like even though I won and left the thing, I put it behind you and I was watching. I said, rah, I was on ropes, bruv.
Yeah,
I went on ropes.
But in the moment,
in that moment, I thought, wow, it could have gone left or right.
Yeah.
Whereas the other two clashes, it was clear cut. Yeah.
So what do you think? So obviously, what do you think? Like, don't flop. Did you ever feel like?
Yeah, I've done don't flop as well. I clashed realist on don't flop. Good, probably like 2020. I can't remember when, but I did that as well. Back. Yeah, that was good. It was a good experience.
That's
big up still big up realist. That was good, and I think even then though, like I think people don't expect me to have a level of professionalism that I do. So even when I did that, straight away I did a dub for him. And he's like, oh, right, you're doing dubs. And I was like, is this not a clash? Like, what? I'm going to drop a dub for him. Then he replied, and then I replied back, and it was like, yo, save it for the clash. I was like, what, you think this is my clash bars?
This is my thing. I've got stretched over out of bars.
Yeah, you get it. So, but I wouldn't say that I'm a clasher, but especially now in this moment of my like music career, I've just got smoke for people.
I feel like as well though, with the whole social media thing, like it's very clippable. So it's like if you're smoking someone on a clash and you'll be like, oh, it's like, bro, it's good for content. So I feel like it's only gonna boost your solo career as an artist, isn't it? Because obviously, like, and I just wanted to mention to the camera, if you go on Stretches, like, is it on in your bio, your link tree, you got all the clashes on there.
All of them, you'll be able to find it. Or just YouTube search me still.
Stretch DCM on YouTube.
Yeah, Stretch DCM. Cool. Prize Fighter, Don't Flop. Stretch DCM, man, there's pure content on there.
So the one with JK and that, so I seen that one. How did the Brum to Manny one go? Because I seen that popped up, bro. I seen that. I was like, yo, that's my brother Stretch.
That was sick, you know, to be fair. Basically, it's a mad story. Like, we was gonna go and do a set with the Manchester people at, in Manchester and at Treehouse, send out Walshy, send out all the Manny guys. Shout out them, man. But so we was gonna just go and do a set, and obviously at this point we'd been collectively doing our thing. So it was just set like, we was raising levels and going to places and shelling rare. So we're like, cool. Me and Mayday had done a set with Walshy before. So we said, cool, next time we're down, we're going to bring about 10 Brum man to give you the full experience of what we're doing.
Yeah. Let us know how my role.
Yeah, exactly. You get content, we get to shout. It's all good. It promotes everyone. Cool, that was the pattern. We're on the way down there. Trappy was in the back of my car. And basically, we've heard one of the Manny man mention that something about clinch. Now, DH is a certified Muay Thai fighter.
Okay.
He has a big bar as well, always gets a reload.
Really?
10 out of 10 times, when he drops Muay Thai clinch, it's getting reloaded. Yeah?
Jeez.
So we're hearing this and we're saying, huh? my man's mentioned clinch. I ain't heard no one mention clinch yet until DH has said it.
Okay.
So Trap is on the phone to DH. Yeah, he's saying, yo, you know what? I'm going to call out RJ because he's the one that's mentioned it.
Yeah.
So we're all in the car. I'm driving as I'm saying, huh? What's this? You going to clash, man? And nobody knew this. Like, no one said this. What? And he's like, DH saying, don't do it. Don't do that. You go in there to work. Don't do it. Trap saying, fuck that. It's grime.
You're going to do it. That's his thing.
So we landed there. All of us are not nervous, but you know, like, we're like, fuck, like, this could go a bit left, really.
What was the talent like? Was the talent good?
They backed it.
But they're active man as well, you know what I mean? They could get sticky.
And the way that it was done, though, was proper. Like I said, before the set started, we was like, this could go left. Like, people might not like it. People might feel a certain way.
Start getting a bit itchy.
Because think about it, like, we've just come to your kind of set, yeah? That's like me coming here now and being like, yo, clash me.
And just dupping man on his own, beating him at home. It's a bit of a... it's a jarring thing.
But the way that it was done was all respectfully and it was all the essence of grime. So it was like, yo, 8 bar back to back, any pre-returns, any bars you can think of, let's clash, innit? Trappy set pace, we did a little back and forths and then everyone back.
Is there much freestyle going on, do you reckon?
There was some. Senat P1, because he was freestyling a little bit still.
Really? Do you freestyle?
I don't freestyle.
So everything you got is just in the brain?
Writtens, yeah, writtens. I don't freestyle.
Heavy catalogue in the brain.
Yeah.
That's sick though.
I wish I could freestyle. I've done a few, if I'm like having a drink and that back in the day, I might have done a little freestyle, but nothing, I wouldn't say I'm like confident enough to jump in a booth and just freestyle.
No, I wouldn't freestyle a song, but I think also like, you know, when you are going to go on the clash, like you do want to come clean because like, bro, if you got 8 bars and someone's way better than you, it's doesn't matter how good you think you was. Someone's written bar is just duppied your freestyle. So
that's the thing as well. And like, I'm someone, especially from going through clashes, I try and I'm a bit of a tactician. So I'll have, is he going to say that? I expect him to say this. Let me have this bar just in case. Let me write this 8 bar just in case.
Okay.
This is the level that I'm thinking of. This is why I said when it comes to, I won't really call myself a clasher because it takes up a lot of my mental energy.
Yeah, but if you clash it, it's like, you know, like Shotty Horror or whatever, them man are fully on the clash. Like, you know what I mean? They're studying their opponents weeks before.
Yeah, and this is and then practicing and I'm saying,
they spit personal bars.
Yeah, man. And then it's like even like in the final to prize fight, the amount of bars I writ, like, I ain't proud of the amount I've writ still. Like, but I said to myself, like, yo, I was just writing, innit? I'm just writing, so that I know I'm over prepared.
Well, they're all just logged in your brain like that?
Most of the time, yeah. Anything that's worth, I feel like if I write something here and it's worth remembering, I'll remember it like within quick succession.
Yeah. Another good thing about the clashing though, is it's not like, you're not like doing a whole songs, are you? So it's like...
Nah, 16, 8 bar, might do a 32 here, might mention this. You
don't want to, you ever like stop to check on your phone or are you trying not to do that? Is mine trying to...
Yeah, I might have a look, but to be fair, if it comes to clash day, I know what I've got to say.
Yeah, because you're in the full flow.
I know what I've got to say, yeah. If anything, looking at my phone's going to throw me off more.
Yeah, because you think, oh, should I say that? Should I say this?
And it's the thing, but I know that if he says that, I'll say this, and then I know that this round is this round and this is this. So
cold
tactician.
So what was it like working with JK then? What was that like working with one of the pioneers of Brum?
That was good, man. Like, big up JK, man, because he promoted us. He didn't have to like bring us onto the Invasion show to do it, but I think same way it was definitely a joint enterprise. I'll say it as well. Like, again, the Invasion show first show back on airways was with me and with me and the Shellers from Brum, because we're not a crew or anything like that.
But it's just the 30 MCs that roll together to represent.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
So it was just us like clashing Manchester, and since Red Bull Grime aside, there's been no city versus city clashes. Not that I've seen anyway.
Yeah, that was a while ago, wasn't it?
Exactly. So like, big up JK, but joint enterprise, man, in the fact that, you know, like we had something for him to promote on his show and it all worked together, and then Link Up came to film that, and that's where you saw the cypher and stuff.
Brother, I think that there, I'm not even aside from Red Bull, like that was the second biggest city to city clash that we've seen in the UK after the but who can compete with Red Bull, you know what I mean? For you man putting it together on that low key level, bro, you shut it down, bro. So props on that, bro.
Nah, thank you, bro. Thank you. I have to big up Trappy as well for doing the live event for that as well, because that was all homegrown from Trappy still. And JK, as I said, he give us the kind of grounds to do that on the Invasion show, and again,
it puts precedent to it, because people go, oh shit, with my man, so they're taking man in. Like, I already knew you anyway, so all I was just like, yeah, let's give you a round of applause. But
this is the thing.
Certain man that might not have deeped it for, oh shit, he's with them circles.
This is the thing, and that's why, especially as well, yeah, if you see on that cypher, that's why I said, you know what, even I know big up T Rhodes, yeah, but I know he's more known than a lot of the rest of us.
Yeah, I've heard of T Rhodes.
Yeah, so on that thing in the cypher after JK, you can kind of slightly see it. I say to T, yo, let me go. I'm gonna go. Yeah. I want the hype off the back of that. You get me?
Yeah, fact, bro. But
and that's the thing. Like, you have to kind of think of these things. So I knew when I posted that on Instagram, Obviously, JK's the thumbnail.
Yeah, bro.
So you're gonna see it, like it's good promotion. You have to do that, and
facts.
You get me. So yeah, it worked out.
Well, that's another thing I was gonna say, and this leads probably on to my next point about being an artist. It's all about taking those opportunities, isn't it?
Literally.
And a lot of people, not a lot of people, but like that's what separates the successful person from someone that's not necessarily not gonna be, but like being able to take them risks, seeing a situation and being like, boom, I'm taking that.
If I do this, it's gonna look good, and I can kind of make it like not even a narrative, but I can get this from it and do that from it, and stuff like that.
Don't sit in the back and be like, oh, something's gonna come to me next, and then the next
have to
geezer,
take it.
and then if the geezer, if you thought you were better than someone, you think, oh, he took it, I should have done that. More for you should have had the bottle. So
literally,
you gotta push it. You gotta push it.
As he said, like about capturing moments, like in that, I know like Mayday had a moment where he cut off one of the Manchester guys, and then since then that blew up on Twitter. Everyone was saying to him, yo, I've been waiting for your moment. So it is about taking control of that and making 100%. Sure you make that moment, which is
timing is key, isn't it? Like, literally, you know, you probably notice this. You might say if you put out a song and like you haven't done the right steps, or you feel like it wasn't the right representation of you, it might not go well. And then sometimes you just make a track, record it, bam, it pops off.
All
like,
fits in place, literally.
So you can't plan too much. So obviously, like taking it back, obviously even before the clashes, like how have you found sort of growing up in Brum and like just being in that city life and just?
I love Brum, fam. Like I love it. I couldn't live in London at all.
Why not?
It's too busy. Everyone's on that rat race.
There's no connection in London,
there's no empathy. There's no, like you said, connection. Like I know in Brum, I can walk down the road and say to a random person, "Well, gone, you all right?"
Yeah, Brum's like, very friendly.
9 out of 10 times they're gonna say, "Yeah, cool." What you saying? Like I can't do that in London. I haven't had that experience in London. Yeah, and it might that might just be my experience of it. Yeah. But like for me, nah, man, Brum's where it at, and it's the second. Is it the second
largest city?
So we've still got some of the things. Obviously, we're not as culture though.
It's not like, it's not like a London. Obviously, I know they're renovating the city centre, so like they're gonna get all that modernism. But I feel like Brum's the grittiness, like
and we're growing as well as a city, and like the things that we're doing now are kind of paving ways for everything else, especially in music. So it's all like happening in front of us, which I think is sick to be part of.
It's good though, because your name is among the names of, like, as I said, like the JK, the socks. I seen you did that. Was it socks perform at the event? Was it an event afterwards?
Yeah.
So but it's good though, because you're getting yourself in and among them names. People are seeing you like
naturally as well. Naturally, it's been
happening. Natural. It's been a very natural progression.
Yeah.
You know,
nothing forced. Just putting in works as well. Like, this is how the end of last year, we literally said, all the people that were active, all the people that have been making music, we said to each other like, yo, you know what, next year, we're going to do what we're doing now, but more together. And a rising tide lifts all boats. So iron sharpens iron, you get me, all of that. So we said, you know what, strength in numbers, all these things.
Let's push it together.
We made sure that we was all backing each other, and now we've got an unmatched energy. So like we can go any city with a good 5 to 8 of us, and people are like blown away from the fact that, wow, you guys back each other.
Yeah, but you're all talented as well.
And and there's a certain level as well. Like we don't have to kind of like quality control. We know who's about.
No one's towing anyone. It's like no one's getting piggybacks. We're all just carrying the weight.
Yeah.
You need that though. I feel like you need teamwork, because like we always say this here. Like our crew, like you need to have people that are putting in an equal amount of work.
Yeah.
Because it's like if they're not, then it's like.
And that's the important thing. Like everyone that you'll see me roll with is someone that is active and working. So like you got Trappy's headline show at the end of this month. Me and Mayday let off a joint EP the start of the year.
Cold.
He's been releasing. His release
What's that
rate
EP
is stupid.
called?
Slowgress 2. So that's the second. 2. That's the follow up to Slowgress, which we did off the back of going to Japan.
Okay.
So that was kind of like a revisit.
It's been a little journey leading up to that second mixtape.
Yeah, exactly that. That. So everyone's active. DH has been working. DH is one of the coldest MCs in grime right now, Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong.
You reckon? Yeah, DH the MC online. I'm a promo him from now because he hates it, but
shout him out, man.
Shout out DH, clinch out right now, but trust me.
So who for you as an artist is like one of your big inspirations then, would you say? It's not even not UK, just whatever for stretch. Who do you idolise in that way?
You know what, I try, especially now, I've always had the mentality of like, because before I was like, I said more established, I was going to Mode FM, doing up 2 hours, 2.5 hours to London to go shout for 15 minutes if I'm lucky, you get me? So I always used to think, no matter who it is, I'm gonna shout, I'm gonna be stretched, and I'm gonna deliver at a certain level. So
let man know.
It's hard for me to say like one kind of artist has inspired me, you get me, or kind of like paved my path. But I say people have compared me a lot to JME, and I understand why.
Yeah, very unique. Got that unique flow.
Authentic as well. He's not kind of saying that he's a bad man, but he's a bad man.
Yeah, but he's active and he'll put it on you. Yeah, but that's another thing as well. Look, I feel like, bro, I've seen you, like, when I met you, I like, you stood out. Obviously, I'll get into that as well. But all those creative events in Brum, like when I met you, you stood out. It's like when I see the Clash, like even your voice, like your delivery is coming on. It's different. Like people are like, who's this guy? It's new.
Yeah. That's the response, to be fair, I get. And to me, as I said, like, especially being like a normal guy, having a life outside of music, having work in these things, like it's mad for me to see when people are like, rah, like Stretch is doing bits, that's mad, he said this and this. And I think, wow, like people really actually do listen. Yeah. As I said, for me, I make music to kind of stamp that time of where I was at and how I felt. So like for people to
actually deep it.
Actually listen. So like I know I've got a recent bar about, I got a lot on my chest like Carmen Electra. And it gasses me the amount of people that actually know who Carmen Electra is. I didn't realize she was that popular. Yeah, she's like a 90s icon. I didn't.
She's an actress, isn't she?
Yeah, and I read that bar, and I thought, you know what? I could probably say something better than that, cause
and then it popped off.
Yeah, everyone like Snowy, big up Snowy, the Nottingham legend. Yeah. Anytime he sees me, he's like, God, I'm just like Carmen Electra. And I'm like, rah, is it that? I didn't realize the power of it. I even tweeted that today. Like it. I fully should. Yeah.
On the chest, I got a lot on my chest.
Yeah, that's man. Sick, so man. You just never know who's listening and who's gonna kind of actually take in what you say, man.
Yeah, so, man. Well, it's all about just like, putting it out. Like, bro, you're gonna get hate, you're gonna get people showing love, but bro, you can't look at them people.
It's true. You know, I always say music here, you can't be everyone's cup of tea, but you're gonna be
never
be a mug in it.
You gotta be yourself, bro. So like, obviously, like moving forward, like what projects have you got? Any other projects coming up? Any events?
I'm working in the background. I'm slowly working on like an album. So like 10 to 12 tracks. I want to do some merch with that. Some things, again, something proper. That something that people can.
Sorry about that.
It happens.
That's my mom.
Works in. I'm trying to create like a actual album and something that people can take away from it that I can always kind of lean back on. Yeah. So if I ain't been too active or if I ain't done a collab or anything, I've got album, I've got merch there. That's that piece of that's Stretch.
That's you as
that
well.
You're always gonna know, oh, you know what, that album, I can always revisit it. So I'm slowly working on that and kind of trying to go through different soundscapes of that in the background, but just collaborations at the moment.
Do you explore much of other genres? Like, what would you say like your main genre is?
Main genre is literally grime, because naturally I'm
that's
grime.
Your energy.
Yeah, naturally. Like if I was to just pick up my phone, or if a barber pops into my head,
it's gonna be a grime flow.
Yeah, it's gonna be a grime flow. Okay. But I'll dabble with rap. Little bit of drum and bass. I'm trying to experiment, and I'm just trying to develop.
The party genres do well, especially because it's like, like especially things like Liquid. I feel like Jump Up is a more like that's party. Liquid D&B is both. It's a chilled one. It's a driving thing.
It's funny you say that, because that's kind of what I'm trying to explore into more than Liquid. Because for me, I don't really listen to drum and bass like myself. So like, but Liquid, when I've heard like Liquid drum and bass, I say, okay, that hits my ear in a certain thing and makes me wanna. So as I said, but I'm slowly working on that to kind of make sure that I can deliver a proper polished product at the end of it.
I feel like being from Brum as well, that like, obviously Birmingham's like the home of D&B, innit? So like, it's only right that Stretch hops on a D&B.
Certain things, man.
No, that's dope, man. So like, what? So who are you actually working with? Have you got any other songs pending with certain artists?
I've got works to do, man. I've got some works with the Worcester guy and Breach Gang. So send out Chapo, send out Ammo. I've got something from a guy. He's from, I want to say Leicester, but it's not Leicester. But yeah, just collaborations, man. I'm open at the moment. I'm working. I'm just trying to get it in so that.
We'll have to get you in the booth here, man. We'll have to.
Yeah, I owe you a verse. I owe you a verse.
It's glad that we get this in first, because like obviously, bro, I want to make it about you and what your journey. But I feel like, bro, obviously the space we got here, more than welcome to come in and
definitely, man,
just shut it down.
Definitely.
So like obviously, like we've touched on the music. I mean, in terms of like, I always like to ask people this question: if you could give your younger self any advice, what would it be?
Don't waste time in it. I know that's kind of like very blatant and very generic.
But we hear it a lot.
But it would be just don't waste time, man. Do it now. Like you wait. No, to be fair, I would tell myself you are wasting time. Yeah. That's what I would say. You're wasting time. To hurry up.
Yeah.
Get up and do it. Like, what are you actually waiting for?
Yeah.
There's like, same way I would say there's no rush, but get up and do it, man. A lot of the time, self-doubt or like thinking, oh, nah, you know what, I'm going to chill today, or I'm going to do this, or I can finish that 16 at a later date. Nah, man, like, grab hold of it, you get me? Like, take control, do it now. There's no, why are you waiting? Because that's often what I'll do. I'll argue with myself in my head, like, you know what, you need rest, or don't do that, rare, because as I said, I've got things going on outside of.
You convince yourself that you're bare busy and stuff.
Yeah, but realistically, like, I've only held myself back in certain aspects, and me sitting here now, if I was to look back at my younger self, I'd say like, yo, you could do more. Yeah, I'd say you could do more. So like, it's that thing of don't waste your own time. Just get it done, man.
But it's gonna be like that, though. But I feel like all artists go through that phase in life where they're just like, you get demotivated, bro.
Yeah. It's hard to come across inspiration as well when there's not a lot of activities going on. So like at the moment, I know there's a good 10 people that are in close proximity that are active. So there's no excuse for not being motivated to do things. Because now, especially if I'm going to a set, I'm saying, rah, he said that new bar. What? He's got a new bar as well. Nah, I can't see this.
You can't be lacking.
Let me step up. Or hold on, I like the way that Mama said that. Let me remix that. And it's all homegrown and it's all like bubbling and popping. So there's, man.
That's what it's about, though. But obviously, I was watching what's his name? It's Jimmy Carr, and he did a podcast, and he was trying to say what you were saying. Like, it's about like people around you level you up.
Yeah,
and he calls it imposter syndrome. And he's like, you know, when you're in a room and like you said there, you feel like, oh, am I good enough? Or he spun it, but you're always gonna have that when you sit there and say, no, I'm good. Like,
it's healthy competition.
People are gonna overtake you, so it's like you have to look at it and be like, how can I switch that? Because like you said, man are gonna think, man didn't even know you switched it because of him, but now he's changing because you did something. So it's like,
it's all that healthy competition, and like you can't get complacent. You can never get too complacent, and you get me. There's always leveling up to do, man.
Facts,
and if I can see like someone that I know is active level up, I'm gonna be nothing but grateful and like proud of that person. And then that's gonna say to me, you know what, cool. You're
Let's
next.
Go,
you put in that work to get there. Then,
if
they're doing that, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, but it's just about like communicating with your people, innit? And it's like, you know, never been afraid to ask. Because I always think people have always got questions to ask you, innit? You know what I mean? Sometimes you might think, I don't want to say that because you're just proud, but fuck that. Pride is a dead thing.
I think that is true, you know. And again, being authentic, like, there's nothing wrong with asking questions or seeking help and support. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, innit? It can only benefit you, innit? And at the end of the day, if you ask someone for help, the worst they can say is no, innit?
Yeah, but I think most people will lend a bit of a hand, you know, or give you some insight, because it's like, we all need to learn, innit?
Yeah, literally. Everything is a lesson as well. So again, if there's anything that anyone wanted to ask me or popped up in my DMs and I could help, I will help them in it, or I'll send them in the right direction to get.
You're not too. Because you see a lot of people in the scene, like, you know, there's a lot of gatekeepers, we call it. You know, if you actually get into the scene, you realise how small it is. Yeah,
and actually, the only person that is blocking you really is yourself, innit?
It's like, yourself.
If you put in the work, the door will open.
Like, well, you'll meet the right people, and I think it's about not being afraid to be putting yourself in certain rooms.
Yeah.
So how do you compare like Birmingham to London in terms of the scene? Do you feel like Birmingham is getting its own scene to the point where like you ain't got to travel, or do you still feel like man's trying to get down to London and pattern up?
It's more, we're getting to that point of homegrown now.
Yeah.
So I know there's like London are taking note of what we're doing.
Course, man,
and which is like a first time for a while. So again, we're getting more infrastructure in Brum. So like with BSR, Birmingham Sounds Radio is active now.
I've seen you on that.
We're getting DJs like, again, big up Chapo, big up Medley P. There's things in place now so that things are easier.
You're Medley P.
Yeah. Do you know Medley P?
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah.
Medley P, cold DJ. He's my brethren as well. Like, we've got a proper friendship. So
Sick.
Not just music. So big up Medley, man. Yeah.
Nice. And like, obviously, like, so the collective that you've got, has that just come around from you just being in Brum and just shelling it down?
Yeah, just being active. Couple sets that have been done over time. So a lot of the people that I'm around now were kind of clashing on South Success, which is Trappy's kind of brand and event thing. So again, going to those events, which is really sick. I have to give Trappy his flowers every single time because he's been doing that for a while now. Off his own back as well, like no help, really just doing stuff and putting on for people that love grime. So a lot of these people I've met from that. And then you just shell on set and then you think, oh, he's cold, and then do another set and there might be an invite here or there, and it's just it's all just developed to the point, as I said, from like late last year, we were just all murking together to a point where we knew each other's bars.
Yeah,
to a point where we could kind of back it.
Backing everyone up.
Now we've got an unmatched energy. So like if you watch the Slumped Major League Cypher, I'm doing bare shout outs today, but
yeah, but it's what it's about, bro. No, because you've been active.
Yeah, man.
Let man know, innit?
Big up SNY still, but if you watch the Slumped Major League Cypher 2, you can just see the unmatched energy of when it's us like
raw.
Yeah, man, and like everyone's taking it in now. Pause. It's there. You get me? It's
but they're the moments you live for, innit?
Yeah.
Do you feel like more alive when you're doing music? Is that like
definitely, man? Definitely. It's an energy that kind of that sparks.
Encapsulates.
Yeah. And there's nothing else like it for me. Like I know grime might not be for everyone, but for me, when I've got that mic and you can see people screwing up their face and gum fingers are coming out and things there's nothing else like it, bro. It's mad. As you know as well, there's nothing else like that feeling.
I feel like grime's coming back as well because obviously Central C just dropped that CC freestyle, then Chip jumped on it. So I feel like you know what it is. I feel like with you and the following and that you've got and the experience, like if you hop on that sort of like new wave of grime with some good visuals because you've already got the mic skill. You know what I mean? You've got the presence. It's like, but people want to see, like it's all about short format content, isn't it?
Literally, and that's the thing now. I'm trying to I know I'm not really gonna do too many videos, but like
music
you said,
video, you're not,
not really. I'm more on now releasing music, and then that one's had more streams or people are liking that one more. Let me do a bit of video content.
Do a bit of Let
me do this because again, I'm not gonna waste my own time in doing tune video, and drain my own resources.
It's expensive.
For it to get 100 views on my own channel. And eventually, I don't mind that as well. But like again, I'm not going to drain my own resources to do that, and I'm not paying big money to established channel for the sake of it.
Them.
That don't care and it's not going to give me any return of investment. There's no point. Like
they take all the views. What we always say about the channels, like, bro, I use the channels, and I'm not, realistically, I understand that they're running a business, but it's like the amount of music that gets put out on a daily basis. It's like it's hard to find something that's actually good, man. And then like, the good things get just pushed to the side. You know what I mean?
If that's what you're chasing, and like again, each to their own, innit? If that's what people want to chase and get, I want to get 10,000 views off this tune. Cool, then it would make sense realistically to put it on one of them channels. But then I always say, if you are going to do that, follow up with content on your own thing, because people aren't just going to click. If somebody likes your tune, and it's on, I don't know, Link Up TV, for example, they're going to click on that thing and say, he's sick. They're not going to go through Link Up to search you again. They're going to search for your name, innit? But if you've just got tunes on Link Up TV, where's the investment catalog in you? Where's the catalog? How are people actually going to find you and invest in you as an artist?
Because your music's just on another platform.
And this is the thing,
But that's where views comes into it. It's not like a clout, but I feel like a lot of people like me. I work with some promo people, and this guy said to me, he said, when people that buy promo, you can do views, like you can do ads and that sort of thing, but people that just directly buy views, he was saying to me, like, say if people find a song and it's got 100,000 views, it's got like 3 comments, it's like a bait number, and even if it's a banger, people they first of all they look at it and go, wow, that's fake.
Exactly.
And even if they liked it, they're not going to put it onto their mates. Whereas if you find an unreleased banger or a very low key banger, they go, yo, this has only got 100 views.
And how sick do you feel, when you're like, I've done it before, when you find like an artist, and you can see them kind of growing. I get gassed because I say, you know what? This person's sick, I can't wait for everyone else to find out about this person. I'm going to share them, or I'm going to do this. And what they're releasing this month, sick. I can't wait to join that journey. And it's joining in with someone's journey just by listening to their tunes, and so there's nothing else like that as well.
For sure. And I feel like also as a musician, like people are invested in you, and this is why the short format content is so important. It isn't just about, like you said, music video and all this, because like sometimes amount of times I've put out like high quality music videos, it's still good views, but they get a low response on Instagram, and then you'll do a video of you talking to the camera, or like again,
and pure likes,
way more engagement because it's you. People see you and they're like, oh yeah, I like this guy, he's cool, he's funny, you know what I mean? So showing your character is definitely important.
And there's ways to do it, like you said. Like I know a lot of the time now, like I'm not trying to just release music, but like again, you can put your camera on the desk, or your phone on the desk, and spit a verse, bro. And you've made some promo. You can slap that on YouTube. Never know, that might get, like, I've got a 1 minute clip. Obviously, it's clashing wildly, but there's a 1 minute clip here. And it's got 40,000 views.
That's cool. You just dropped that in there. What do you mean, man? Clashing wildly? Look
I forgot.
Yeah, go on. So run that up then. Where was this then? How'd you get all that for? How'd you get that panned up?
I was in studio linking DJ Big Us.
Have you got a video of that?
Yeah. So
we'll link it all up.
I was in studio linking DJ Big Us a couple of times, and Wiley was just there with K9. So obviously, as a grime artist, I'm gassed. I'm going to studio. I'm saying, what? Why this?
Yeah, let me put it on, man.
It's going like, as well, I've made a tune. One of my like successful tunes was called Godson, innit? Which is homage to Wiley. Yeah, so
that's hard, that tune.
It's homage to Wiley, innit? Because he's the godfather of grime.
Godfather.
So I'm saying I'm continuing the kind of legacy thing. So I'm in studio now and I'm seeing him. I'm saying, fucking hell, it's what? You get me? Like, wow, I'm gassed. He's there saying, the more I see him, he's saying, we're going to do Brum versus London. We're going to do this thing. It's going to be a mad thing. I'm going to bring down these artists. This is this. Bearing in mind, he's not directly talking to me. He's just talking in the studio. I'm just kind of hovering around. I'm not going to guess it, yeah. So in my head, I'm saying, safe. If he does Brum versus London, yeah, I don't know how, but I'm going to get involved. I went home. First time he said that, I went home, started writing. I said, fuck, I'm going to send for him, innit? I'm going to make sure I'm ready. Even if I don't get an invite, I'm somehow going to get on stage and I'm going to say my piece and he's going to know what time it is. Yeah. So cool. Even up until the thing, I never got an invite to do it, but the event was organised. In the end, it was just him and K9. Pure people came through. It's sad, yeah, because there's no pay-per-view of it, and Birms' Grime actually recorded the whole thing.
They do a lot of events, don't they, Birms' Grime?
Yeah. They recorded the whole thing, but I started it off, and then everyone got gassed, and then decided to bring their cameras out. And I know that sounds mad, me saying it.
What, you feel like you got man gassed up?
Yeah, it's factual. So like the mic got put down. I think someone was doing like a warm-up here. The mic got put down. Again, I'm in this venue. It's Brum versus London. I'm looking around. I'm saying, right, okay, Wiley's there. The mic's there. No one's spitting.
Just got going for it.
Again, opportunity. I said,
took the moment.
Safe, yeah. Grabbed the mic, yeah. Spat, yeah. This is this, yeah. Everyone obviously got gassed because obviously there'd been a silence for a bit.
Quiet, yeah. You just come and shut it down.
Yeah, grabbed it. Yeah. Got a reload. I said, yeah. Crowd's listening. Wiley, where you there? Like, come, bro. Come here to play games. So he's looking at me now, bearing in mind, he's never invited me like directly. He hasn't
saw your face. He knew man's face.
And he's seen me in the studio. So obviously he's like, okay, so Stretch has got bars. So he's saying, raw, okay, cool. So he's drawn out now.
That's sick.
I said my thing, like I've already sent as well. I sent on the day, like I released a dub on the day to get obviously to warm it up and promo area. So I've done that, got a reload, gone back and forth with him, got my reload. I'm saying it was 2-0 Wiley, but
was he good? What was he clashing like?
To be honest, he just was spitting like bars from before. But it was it was meant to be more than what it was, innit? Because it was meant to have a couple of London MCs and it was meant to be like a bounce through. But him and K9, he held it down, but yeah,
You reckon Matt, who won?
It weren't a proper clash, yeah.
It don't matter. Clash
I got
clash.
2 reloads. I didn't hear no reloads from Wiley.
So was that Stretch showed up Wiley? Is that what it is?
Stretch DCM versus Wiley. Yeah, you can see it on YouTube still. Yeah, there's evidence there, as I said. But yeah, I think I shocked everyone in that room as well because like people didn't expect me to have the confidence against the Godfather or these kind of things, and I took that opportunity, like you said. And there's 40,000 views on my own YouTube channel of that, innit? So
that's sick. No, they definitely gonna click that. That's cold.
Send that Mayday because he was quick on the response to the camera. Otherwise, again, it might not have been documented. So
yeah. Well, like, bro, I feel like everything happens for a reason.
Literally.
I mean, I can like probably same for you. I can look back on my parts of my career and think, fuck, if I didn't do that,
this wouldn't have happened, and I would have got there. Yeah.
I definitely think so. Have you got any more like international link-ups planned?
Yeah, actually, I've sent off a verse recently with a guy from. Oh no, I wanna say it's. I can't remember, off the top of my head. It's somewhere in Europe.
European artists.
European artists.
No, there's too much going on.
Yeah, there's a lot. But yeah, I've sent off that verse. I'm due to get a verse or collaborate with someone from Wales. So yeah, man, I'm just open to working, man. I'm trying to do, as I said, more collaborations so that I can have content there, so I can slowly work on my album, because I don't want to rush anything as well, and I want to put things in place and make sure that I've got not just music, actual physical items, and do certain things. Because my first kind of EP, Welcome to Brum, I did CDs, and like again, people was asking me to sign it and stuff, and I was like, right, is this okay? I didn't think it was a thing like that. Like it's on Spotify, but people was like, yo, I want a CD, I'll buy a CD. So I was like, right,
it's real, isn't it? But that goes back to what I said about the connection with the artist. It's like, you turned up, man, signed it, you know what I mean? So
literally. So yeah, man. So I'm just trying to do more collaborative pieces and then keep the content flowing, keep my name floating in different circles, so that when I'm ready to drop my proper piece of music and proper project, it's all ready and polished and a final version. You get
me? So. Bro, I feel like it's all one big journey. Like you're always just trying to find the perfect piece of content, but you're never gonna get it. You got to just keep pushing through and
just gotta keep working, bro. Stay active.
Facts,
that's what it's about, man. That's what it's
about.
So
I mean, I feel like we've really gone over like a lot of things with you. I mean, growing up in Brum, all the grime clashes. I mean, the future for Stretch, is there like, can you see yourself continuing in that trajectory, or is it just the flow that's working right now? Is that where it's going?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm open to anything really. You know, like I'm
different opportunity.
Different opportunities. Yeah, man. Like this, whatever it is, I'm just trying to work. So as I said, for me personally, I make music to make sure that it lasts and it's got like longevity. So if an opportunity comes from that, I'm game for it, and it just message me if I rate you. We can work.
This is another thing, because there's a guy from our area who's basically built like it's in a trailer basically, but it's like a studio. So he's built this like studio shack, bro. It's proper sick. And I was saying to him, there's a thing called home base where we live, but he's more like drum and bass and jungle. He's doing his thing now, but I feel like rap and grime, it's big, but like, you know, obviously drill's big, but I feel like grime and stuff, it's got such a cult fan base. So what we were saying is we want to do almost like a grime cypher, but like but you know, we can in a different setting. So obviously, bro, if you've got other artists that you want to come through, it's, you know,
as
we're
I said,
fully film it, and
let me know a date. We can bring a good at least 5 to 10 MCs in it, man, and we'll come and shout properly.
If I can get another 5 MCs, we can get a big event. Obviously, the producer here, he's a cameraman, and obviously we've got Jake, who's a director and stuff. So, bro, we can make more opportunities come.
Definitely, man. We just clashed Manchester, innit? But we're not always on war. I will say that. Brum's not always on war. Yeah, we can come and do normal sets as well. But that's what's getting the mentions, bro. Yeah.
So like right now, out of everyone you're working, what would you say is the highlight of your career? The highlight.
The highlight.
Or one of. I know it's hard to put it into one.
Obviously, Japan's up there. Japan's definitely up there. But you know what goes unspoken? It was kind of like a day. It was a whole event. So like me and Mayday again. This was, I think, after Japan. Before, I can't remember, to be fair. But basically, we got to perform at the O2 in Digbeth, which amazing. Again, and I look back on that and I think, you know what, I don't talk about this enough. Like performing at the actual O2, it's not no little venue. Nah. It was for an opening act for an indie band. It was full. Like
Ram Up.
We were the only grime act on there. Like the response was crazy.
People go mad for that, though.
We really did it, and I kind of look back on that, and we came out of there, and I remember sitting we went to an after party. At Lab 11, a different venue in Digbeth, shot that down as well.
Performed again?
Yeah, performed again, shot that down. That was sick.
Because you was in the flow.
Was in the flow of it. Big up George at Some Cellar. He had us on again. He just saw what we was doing and was like, you like just done OT, no way.
Get here now.
Yeah, get over here, do that. So we did that as well, sick. And then I came out, I sat in my car with Mayday before we was going to go home. And I looked at my phone and it said, Godson's been added to a grime shutdown playlist. So I'm gassed, and already it was BBC's track of the month for June. So like all these things and all them emotions and that like kind of thing, I always look back at that moment and say, wow, like sick. You was really like I was really doing bits.
You're still doing it now, but like, I feel like you don't deep the progress, do you? Because it's in the moment. It's only after you do it and you stop and you have a little idle period and you think, fucking hell.
Yeah, but them three things after back of that, I remember that feeling, sitting in my car saying, wow, people actually really rate me. They have to, and self-doubt's a real thing in it. But I really remember thinking, like, it's been track of the month. It's just been added to Grime Spotify shutdown, the biggest grime playlist that they have on Spotify.
Yeah, facts, bro. It's big.
I've just shouted the O2, like real. It's all like, and then done Lab 11. Like I was like, wow, there's powers. You get me?
If I'd have told myself that I'm doing this 4 years ago, I'd have said cap. But
yeah.
But now you're here and you think,
yeah. So that's definitely a highlight. Japan's up there as well. Brum versus Man is a highlight as well, because that was a whole
that's a whole
that was a whole thing, man. And as I said, there hasn't been a city to city thing like that. So.
And I'll say it again, the thing that these man did, I ain't seen a bigger grime clash since the Red Bull thing, and bro, that's a shutdown.
Yeah.
Well, look, bro, powers to you, and just let people tap in.
Yeah.
Finally, the name, where's that come from?
So obviously, you know what it is, yeah? DCM is my initials. So I get mad frustrated when people call me Stretch DMC. It's not the Run DMC thing. It's not just Stretch, yeah? Stretch is because I'm tall and thin. I'll be real. I was called Stretch for a long time throughout my life. I've been tall for a long time. Man. My arms, I've got a good reach. Kevin Durant, all these things. So Stretch is, that's why it's Stretch, yeah? I don't mind if we're talking that it's Stretch, but officially I'm music and that. Again, for why I make music is part of me. So Stretch DCM, people think it's some gang affiliation or something.
It's literally
like that.
my name.
It's literally my initials. So yeah, that's where it comes from.
That just goes back to you just staying true, bro.
And authentic. I nearly called myself DCM just for the sake of it.
Really?
Yeah, but I think I needed a little bit more than that.
Bro, it's in the name, bro.
It's in the
authentic artist, bro, with hella talent, bro.
I try.
Rap battle, grime legend of Brum, bro. Shutting it down, bro. You're paving the way, man. I just want to say, keep tapping into my man and yeah, hella talent, and bro, we're gonna get some stuff cooking.
Definitely now, 100 of it. It's overdue. It's overdue.
Fully overdue, bro. Thanks for coming down, bro.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Shout out,
appreciate
it, man.
it.
Big up, man. Love, bro.
Thank you.